don't think I have any other... Well, let's see. I still have 4 activity points. Did I do a meal? I did do a meal. Oh, hey, Mercedes. What are you doing down here? What are you looking for?
Oh, now where did that Ingrid run off to? The ball is soon, and she hadn't even put on any makeup. I was trying to help her out.
Jesus. Well, Ingrid went to... I saw her on the map. Where is it? Here. She's over at the stables. She's right... Where is she? Oh, duh. She's right here.
Mercedes locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathering pounds of makeup onto my face, saying something or other about the ball. It really wore me out.
Okay. Well, now I know why. What is that up there? There's something up there.
Okay.
Didn't mean to run into you, lady. Good spot. Ignatz, Lorenz, Hilda, and can't remember her name. Edelgard's the only one in this place. There's not even anybody in here.
Nope.
Oh. Unfinished score. Someone who likes to sing. Wouldn't that be Mercedes? I feel like that's Mercedes.
What the?
Shamir knows Bo, but I'm looking for people that know Lance.
What's this at the ball? It's an event for students, but it does pique the interest of some knights. Alois can't dance. He volunteered to judge the White Heron Cup.
You teach Lance. Alright.
Too much merriment. The librarian betrayed us. The Death Knight is back. Is this the time to be throwing a ball?
That's very true.
I have a request.
Something to prove. Participate in a mock battle with the soldiers of House Fraldarius. Fraldaris. Not at the moment. Where does this exit come out to? I'm actually... Oh. So that's the entrance. Okay. Let's head up to the temple. Chapel.
Really?
Chapel. Yeah, chapel. That's it. Couldn't think of the term.
Well,
Oh no.
Is that Flame?
a ball? I don't think I'll partake.
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. Ah, I can feel my heart fluttering already.
I have never danced in front of people before.
Ah, so it's
Not even once in all my life.
so it's a good thing I
Very
didn't
much
choose
looking
Flame.
forward to it.
Let's see. Do I have any more renown points or old fishing rod? Fisher who doesn't care about how much they catch.
Need something?
2,200. Each one is 1,000. Where's Lance? Yeah, let's do this one.
This one? You're all set.
Because then... Oh, I can do it again? Why not?
This one? You're all set. See you again soon. Oh no.
How many do I have left? 3? Well, let's see. I learned from Hanneman, I learned from Shamir, Gilbert, who is Annette's dad, I believe. So where's Gilbert at?
Hey, hey.
Student, Ingrid, Sylvain. There he is. Come on.
It cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search.
Even the knights, even students. Students.
Yes. A great many strange and terrible things have come to pass this year. I must not dismiss the possibility that someone among the students is behind it all. I have a request.
Find a book on wood carving techniques and give it to... Actually, I just found that. Didn't I?
Cannot be true.
Gifts. Training weight, whetstone, elf feather. No, lost items. Didn't I find something like that? Old fishing rod, old map, hammer and chisel, carving hammer.
Ah, thank you.
That's not the book of it. It's not the book of it. God damn it. Actually, no, that's not why I was speaking to him. I wanted to see what he trains in.
It cannot be true.
Train. What do you do? Lance, axe, heavy armor, riding. Riding. Thank you. And now I will... What is over this way? Which one's Hilda again? Hilda's pink hair, right? Yeah, I think I've talked to you before.
It's almost time for the ball. Oh my, am I excited! This being at school, we don't have many chances to get dressy.
Okay. I feel dumb. Isn't there... Ain't there a thing that tells me who's who in what class? What is this bulletin board? Anyways. Expand quest list. Holy shit.
Hey there.
That's you. Claude's at the end of this hall. Guys, speak to Annette already? I already did. Okay. I gotta go repair items. Oh, Catherine. How did I forget about her?
The area with the old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse. Does that surprise you? That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the Northern Woods. People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Alright. Sword. Yeah. Jousting almanac. Almanac.
What? Pardon me.
Where is it? Item shopkeeper, blacksmith.
Hey there.
Repair. Yeah. Didn't I get a silver sword?
Come back anytime.
Evil repelling amulet? What do you teach?
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife.
Oh no
I
shit.
was at a village's harvest festival. there was a full moon bathing everything in its cool glow. She appeared out of nowhere, dancing gracefully in the moonlight. A lovely fairy.
Oh? That story sounds fake. That's a wonderful story. That's a wonderful story.
We soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter.
Oh, he's got a
who's
kid.
As bright and beautiful as a sunny morning. So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
That's why he watches the dancers. Axe, brawl, heavy armor. Okay. Oh, Linhard. Hey, how you doing?
I hit on an average year. Charm is important.
You teach sword, faith, flying. I got one more left. Let's use it for sword. Not bad. What is flashing there? Oh, this one, this one. Hello. Brigid techniques. Wood time woodworking. Oh! So now I bring it back over here. Well, not this one specifically, but... And now down here.
Thank you very much. No, that does not...
Oh! I unlocked the thing. With who?
Hello.
Professor.
Oh, sure.
I wonder why.
Sorry?
Why does Lady Rhea give you special treatment?
Oh,
You're not particularly strong or good-looking. You seem exceedingly unremarkable.
wow,
Not
thanks
that
for
I doubt
that.
you were a skilled mercenary. Shamir came from the same background, but she doesn't get nearly as much of Lady Rhea's attention. Besides, it'd be one thing if you got brought on as a knight, but a professorship, unprecedented.
It is? Sorry.
I just don't get it. I'm flummoxed as to why she holds you in such high esteem. And it's not like just anyone can wield the Sword of the Creator. It's a legendary relic, right? And it was casually handed over to you. It's unbelievable. Maybe it's because you're related to Geralt. He was a leader of the Knights of Seiros, and probably the finest mercenary in all
I was
Fodlan.
gonna say, what does that have
By
to
the
do
time
with...
I joined, he was gone. So I don't know him too well, but he's strong, right?
Not as strong as people say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. There can't be a soul in Fodlan who hasn't heard tales of the Bladebreaker. Maybe that's it. Geralt used his influence to help you. But Lady Rhea wouldn't give you favorable treatment because of that. No, definitely not. There must be something more to you. Okay, that settles it. I'm going to watch from afar. Figure out what Lady Rhea could possibly see in you. Whatever it is, maybe I can copy it so that you'll take a shine to me as well. And if I discover that your intentions are malicious, I'll cut you down. With relish.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Love that. With relish? Are you gonna bring ketchup and mustard too? That was a bad pun. Well, hell, if that's the case, where's she? She's right here. If that's the case, why don't I try to recruit your ass?
The area...
Let's see.
Hey, Professor. At the same time, you look like someone who was born to fight.
What?
Hey, Professor. You're good looking, you know that? I bet we'd get along. I'm also good looking and born to fight. Need any help with your class?
Sure.
Feel free to call on me when a fight's brewing. Thunderbrand and I will be there when you need us.
Thunderbrand. Okay. Now, is that what it's actually called? It's actually called Thunderbrand. That's sick as hell. Manually. Change up the group tasks. Let's do stable duty. Let's bring Bernadetta in, along with Cyril. Why not? Instruct. Let's see who I got. Oh, lots of good ones. Let's do do. Increases authority. Yeah.
I appreciate your efforts. I've deepened my understanding.
Let's give.
I answered correct. No need for praise.
Can you do it again? Okay. Put some brawl. And a bit more authority.
I have deep.
Let's do. Ash is already A rank with bow, which is very good. Annette could use some increase in faith. Let's see. Yeah, let's do some faith.
Thanks for your time.
Let's do it again. Yeah.
Yes! It's all come. I'll get the next one too.
Let's do some authority.
Thanks for.
A little bit of reason.
Thanks for.
And some axe.
I learned a lot.
Not bad. Let's do Bernadetta. Why not?
Thanks for the help. Hope this is good for something.
Got one more. Let's do Lance. Not bad. Got two more. Let's do Ash. Some authority.
This will be. So this is.
Get some Lance.
I've learned a lot.
Some reason.
That's. You're making me blush.
Another Lance. No shit, Jesus.
There's so much left.
And one more bow. Not bad. Got one left. Let's do flame. So let's see. Get some authority.
I would like.
Let's give some lance.
I would like to do this again.
I have one session. Let's do this one.
I would like to do this again sometime.
There we go. Begin.
Professor, I've something I'd like to ask.
Okay, Hanneman. When I asked them to take part in my experiments, even the most industrious students run away from me. No matter how sincerely I plead. Do you have any suggestion? The word experiment may be scaring them. Make the experiment a job and pay them handsomely. They will not run from a great teacher. Experiment may be scaring them.
I see. That's how it is.
Professor,
I used to look after wyverns back in Elmira, and I know how to handle them. I can ride one into battle, but it'd be nice if you helped me work on my axe and flying skills. Focus on axe and bow, go to axe and flying, excel as wyvern rider. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds sick. Oh, someone's birthday this Friday. Hello, something's happening Tuesday. Annette would like to speak with you. Sure.
I'm so sorry, Professor. I somehow overslept and missed our training session. I didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble. Imagine if that had happened during one of our missions. It really is inexcusable.
Don't worry about it. You need to rest more.
It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and... Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad. Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams. And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal. I know I've already told you this, but I really love to learn new things. It's a passion of sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic. Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder. If only things could have stayed like that.
Oh, that's right. She only told Ash. What do you mean?
When I was about 13, my father left home. He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery. That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers Academy. I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax. Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
Rest is just as important as work. You're impressive just as you are.
That's true. Just look at today. If my hard work stops me from working hard, what good is it? Okay, it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
You have my support. That's confusing. It's confusing, but you have my support.
Yay! With you on my side, I'm sure I'll succeed. From now on, if you see me going overboard, just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
Oh, great. Is that C rank? Oh, shit. That was B rank? Oh, Jesus. Whose birthday? Bernadetta! Well, it's one of my students. Let's see. Crescent Moon.
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
Not at all.
Thanks so much.
It's one of my students. Why not?
Still too hot.
New Gambit. Someone you look up to. The ideal relationship. Someone you look up to. Okay, my bad. Place you like to visit. School days. Mighty weapons. Place you like to visit. Working hours for guards. Relaxing at the sauna. The last battle. Sauna. Ah, shit. It's probably working hours, wasn't it? Whoops.
This was great.
Still got an increase. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Sure. Nice to have help for once.
It's not gonna be.
We did it.
Okay, pretty good. Yeah. I love how anime stuff's getting leveled up. Oh, I got a paralog today. What paralog is it now? Is it the other one? Holy shit. 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh my god. True Chivalry, Felix, Catherine and Ash, Flayn and Seteth, and Manuela and Hanneman. Holy hell. you're still just a beginner class. Oh, you're not a beginner class. Never mind. He's not even... That's right, he's listed as commoner. He wants to be Wyvern Rider, right? So, axe and flying. Okay. So what's in here then? Brigand is axe, archer, bow, flying, reason. So, axe. Let's make him an archer. Why not? Let's see if he can do it. I believe in you. Yeah.
I passed.
How long have I been streaming today? Oh, it's already been 2.5 hours. I think that's where I'm gonna be leaving it, actually. Let's see. So, I'm gonna save. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Taeyoung Fortown, for hanging out in chat today. Thank you earlier today from actually, I believe that was who followed too. Thank you for the follow. I feel terrible that I missed someone's name and message when they said hi. It was Fire3H, which I'm guessing it's Fire 3 Houses. If so, glad to have had you. Hopefully I made I was a little bit entertaining. As always, been Twiking, Steven, whatever the heck you want to call me. And yeah, now I'm gonna go see if my laundry's finally done. Goodbye.